Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So we incubated some chicken eggs.
Hi, Chick. Oh, there it is. I hope it's a female. I'm going to take it.
This is an Easter egger chick na naunang napisa. So we put her in our DIY brooder and we waited for some other chicks to hatch. And we purchased another type of incubator, and the old incubator we had is where we put our eggs that is about to hatch. So this is our DIY brooder. You just need to have huge toe. You make an opening on the lid and use some hardware cloth for airflow. We're going to cut the hardware cloth bigger than the hole that we made on the lid. Drill some holes about 3 inches apart. We sand the edges of the opening that we had earlier so that the excess material will not be eaten by the chicks. Then zip tie the hardware cloth on the lid. It would be easier to zip tie all the corners first, and then you can zip tie all the holes on the hardware cloth, so that it will look tidy. All the ends of the zip tie is facing inside. After we zip tie everything, we are going to pull the end of the zip tie on the side so it will not poke or hurt the chicks if it keeps on jumping inside the brooder. Then cut the ends of the zip tie. So there they are. We got 23 chicks on this end, and we decided to make another brooder so that if we want to move or clean the other brooder, we have an extra brooder. So it will be the same process as the yellow top that we got earlier. So it looks the same, but this is made of clear bottom. So we also made some mini perch since we found out that they are trying to perch on the heating plate. And then so we decided to buy another type of heating plate where they cannot perch on top of it, because it looks nasty and it will not be good for the health of the chicks if it got plenty of poop inside their brooder. So while waiting for the chicks to grow bigger, I decided to paint their mini house so that they will be ready to kind of acclimate on the outside temperature. Although we also had put some heat lamp, the other side of this room has plastic on it, and the heat lamp will be turned on if the temperature drops below 40 Fahrenheit. So there's also a shelf for their stuff, and we had a mini perch on it and some steps for them to climb to the perch. And also there is a space there to catch their poop so it's easier to clean. So I sprayed some permethrin. This is to kill some eggs, lice, mites, or whatever insects or pests that might harm our chicks, which could possibly have hibernated inside that room. So we made another DIY feeder that does not consume a lot of space for our chicks, and this is made of PVC pipe, and we use the plain excess of tin sheets to screw it on the wall. And I put some coco coir on the bottom of their perch so that it's easier for me to collect their poop. And we also had their waterer, which is also a DIY. I posted a video on it on my shorts. And there they are, they're enjoying their perch. About a week ago, we decided to change the pond of our ducks since it was kinda difficult to clean it because it was huge and lower than the ground. So we're going to clean the chicken run, including the pond. So the mama hens were making marites on the chicks. Ang ingay kasi. So I still use some broomstick. This is very handy and very useful. Iba pa rin yung linis ng walis tingting. Kahit ang mahal, hinahanap ko pa rin siya. By the way, this is small chicken house. This is still very useful for my chicken. They sometimes nest or take some rest under it because this is under the shade. So I have to remove the dirty ones and put more new shavings. I usually do this once a week, but if there is a forecast that it will rain, a day before I'm going to clean the chicken coop so that the chicken poop will not be messy if the ground will be wet. As we all know, the chicken poop is high in acid, so that if their foot is exposed constantly on their poop or will be soaked in wet ground with the chicken poop on it, it will hurt their foot. Thus, it causes bumblefoot because of the bacteria. So after cleaning the outside, we're going to also clean the nesting boxes and of course collect the chicken eggs. So I don't wash my chicken eggs, I just brush it with clean dry brush to remove the excess poop or dirt. So if you notice, I have some fake egg like this green one. That is to encourage our chicken and ducks to lay eggs on the nesting box. They usually have a favorite spot where there are plenty of eggs, like this one. The other boxes were vacant and this one has plenty of eggs. So this is just 2 days I was not able to collect eggs, and that's how much eggs I have. I removed the dirty shavings and replaced a new one. Then I put some barn limes or lime powder. This is to neutralize the acidity of the place, and this is also to remove excess odor and discourage some snake to live on it or other wild animals that might come to the chicken coop. I usually put some lime powder every 3 to 4 months all over the chicken run or chicken coop, especially on the boundary of their coop. I still have excess pet bedding that I throw away in this entrance going to their nesting box. This dries up the ground and powderize their chicken poop so as not to get more dirty eggs every time they go to their nesting box. So we've made some tunnel going to the garden. This is for them to access our garden and help me clean the weeds and the pests in the garden. Some of my chickens are already there while I was cleaning their coop, and also some ducks. And I also had a pond for them to swim by the garden. After cleaning their coop, I have to check if they still have water, and of course refill it if needed. And then I have to pump out the water in the pond. I have to pump it out going to the garden since the duck manure is as nutritious as the other fertilizer for the garden, the flowers, and the yard, and it does not need time to cure like the compost that we are doing, and it's easier to apply. They even use that in hydroponics. After pumping out the dirty water of the pond, I put some new water on it. So while waiting for it to get full, I have to put some sticky traps all over the boundaries of the chicken run because I've noticed that there are already flies and some of the mosquitoes are starting to hatch some of their larvae. While filling the pond, I've seen that the ducks are so excited to swim in their fresh water. Nasa kalahati pa na excited na kaya nag-swimming na sila. And of course, may mga kababalaghang nangyayari. Ayan. And of course, they deserve a treat. So I have to give them some mealyworms. And of course, the chicks also get some mealyworms. Do you know that you will also know what kind of egg the hen will lay through the color of their earlobes? My video is about to end. Thank you all for watching. I also made a playlist on how to care for your backyard chickens. If you have questions, feel free to post a comment and share this on your community. Thank you. Bye.